So this is going to be a short WordPress video. Depending on your theme, from an SEO aspect, you may notice that not necessarily is the trailing slash and the non-trailing slash in your URL going to redirect to the preferred version. So you may have to go into the HT access file and create a rule or update a rule to get that done. So right now I'm looking at my personal website and I'm going to type in the final the final part of the URL without a trailing slash. So we're looking at the blog, and I can go over and look at this tool that I use. It's called Link Redirect Trace, and it's showing me that the page without a trailing slash here is a 200 level error, which means it's a live page on the website. It's not being redirected. And if I go over here and I look at the canonical tag, I can see that it is canonicalizing to the trailing slash. And this is true across the entire website. The trailing slash with the secured version and www is the preferred format of the website. So I want to go through and I'm going to want to edit the HT access file to update that rule so we don't have two different pages. Even though it's properly canonicalized, there's some debate about if you get links or internally linked to the wrong URL here where it doesn't have the trailing slash, that you could lose some of your page authority. And we do know that 301 redirects pass authority. So for the amount of code it's going to take to change this, we're just going to go ahead and do it and clean everything up because we want sound websites. And the risk versus reward here, as long as you do it correctly, it's really, really simple for most websites, especially if you're using something like most plugins, you'll be able to find this relatively easy. And I'm going to go over that real quickly. So I'm going to head over to my WordPress site and I'm going to go to the settings. And since I'm using Yoast, this is going to be very, very easy. So I'm going to find the Yoast area on the sidebar here, click on Tools, and I'm going to go to the file editor. And once you're in the file editor, you can see your robots.txt file, and then you can see your HT access file. And Yoast, with Yoast, this is a little bit different because you can access your HT, you can get to your HT access file from this Yoast plugin, where generally you would have to go to your cPanel for your hosting, assuming you have like a Apache server and you have cPanel, all that. If it's a very large website with something else going on server-wise, this could be completely different, but you're going to want to go look in your file manager, and then you're going to want to find your HT access file. It might be a little bit of digging, but you'd have to go in here and actually edit this. So we're going to do it through the Yoast plugin because that's the easiest way, and I can cross-reference everything that's going on. So in here, I can see where I have a SSL plugin that's redirecting the HTTP to the HTTPS version. And I was able to go through and find the line of code that we need to change. And it's going to be this final rewrite rule right here. And I will show you how I realized what was going on here. So I found a article from WP Rocket, and I was able to just kind of like cross-reference everything that was going on. So I noticed that this rewrite rule here was slightly different than my rewrite rule. They were exact same thing if you were to look at them. Exact same thing, except for at the end here, I don't have a trailing slash. So I can see whatever commands this are, it's telling it to force a HTTP, force a rewrite from the HTTP to the HTTPS. And then it's giving the folder here. And all I'm going to want to do is add a trailing slash here. And we're going to save it. It's really that simple. And if you are using a different plugin like WP Rocket, this is going to look very similar, but some of these values in here might be a little bit different. It would be best to do a little bit of research before you play around with this too much. In general, I would never mess with the HT access file, but I was able to kind of figure out just through everything that this was my issue right here. So I'm going to save this and we're going to go double check the website. And just so I don't have any issues, I'm going to purge my cache real quick. So I was able to clean out my browser cache as well, and I finally got it to work. As you can see, the non-trailing slash version is finally redirecting to the trailing slash version. So this is a pretty simple way to clean up any potential issues from a trailing slash, non-trailing slash SEO perspective. I don't know any other reason other than SEO that you would want to write a rule like this, but it does seem like it would be a best practice to cover all the bases there and always have 301 redirects to your absolute preferred version of your website, whether it's canonicalized or not, because if you do get backlinks or use internal linking strategies, you're going to pass that page juice. Okay, thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. Bye.